It's June 3rd, 2020. I'm Chief Meteorologist Alan Seals, based in Mobile, Alabama at NBC 15. Out over the Gulf, near shore, things were looking really good today, but way down in the southern Gulf of Mexico is still Tropical Storm Cristobal, still at the same place it was, where the water temperatures are well above average. Even though the system made landfall this morning, it is maintaining its strength as of late afternoon. Maximum wind, 50 miles an hour. It's barely on land, so it's halfway over water, halfway on land. You would expect that to weaken it, but that's not going to be the case. It's going to continue to spiral. Winds will diminish, but it doesn't look like it's totally going to weaken in the next day and a half. Even though it's going to produce flash flooding due to rain of 1 to 2 feet, once it emerges into the Gulf of Mexico into Friday and Saturday, the steering winds will take it toward the north. And right now, Louisiana seems to be right in the middle of the forecast cone, with the likelihood by Sunday midday that the winds will be about 65 miles an hour. If the forecast is perfect, you would expect the center of the storm to be right in the center of that circle, and the circle actually makes up part of the forecast cone. However, there are endless scenarios of where that could be, and that's why the cone exists. It shows you the possibilities. It's possible Sunday midday, this system could be south of Mobile Bay, or it could be south of Galveston, pretty close to Houston, if it takes a more westward track. It is also possible that if it moves faster than it's being projected right now, that it could have made landfall by that point, midday Sunday, and certainly if it slows down, it will still be in the Gulf. So remember, there's a lot of uncertainty when you talk about the positioning of tropical weather. Here's data from the National Hurricane Center. You make the forecast, but you know that there are possibilities you could be off by 40, 50 miles. So one day in advance, about 45-mile area radius of possible error. 2 days out, it's an 80-mile radius. And look at 4 and 5 days, anywhere from nearly 200 to over 200 miles possible error. Now, it sounds like a lot, but that is the nature of trying to forecast something 5 days ahead. The extended outlook looks like by Sunday into Monday it will be moving inland, but again, the exact location is yet to be determined. You do need to keep up with the forecast. Here's just one computer model projection showing the heaviest rain for the next 2 days staying over Mexico, and then Friday it begins to move northward. You can make out what looks like the center of circulation by Saturday evening, still in the Gulf, but bands of heavy rain will likely be moving onshore at that point. And remember, if the center of the storm just happens to hit Louisiana as projected here by Sunday evening, the right side of it, you have the threat of storm surge, the threat of tornadoes, and certainly heavy rain wrapping around it. So regardless of the exact center point, the impact could be a large area. I'm Chief Meteorologist Alan Seals.